Welcome to First Look Weekly, our weekly Saturday show where we check out a new awesome indie game that may very well be just the game you were looking for in your restless life. Today we check out Nine Kings, which is a fast-paced roguelike city builder defense game. The concept of Nine Kings means that there are actually 9 kings with their own unique kingdoms to choose from. But you must unlock them first, except for one. The King of Nothing. Once you've chosen the king you want to play, you will have a preview of their core mechanics. For example, the King of Greed has 9 starter cards, all focused around money making, while the King of Blood will be focused around lifesteal, resurrection and summoning. You can also activate some perks either specific to your king or more general that can be applied to any kingdom. You gain perk points per king you play by just playing the king repeatedly. After choosing the difficulty, you start on the kingdom map, and you have 1 card to build and 9 plots to choose from. This is your palace and your core building. Once placing your palace, you can activate 1 more card and then instantly the first round begins. You can adjust the speed in the top right, and playing real fast makes you not be able to do much, so not recommended. After each round you can place a new building or unit. Each king has a unique ability that you have to use yourself by clicking or holding the mouse on the enemy. For the King of Greed, this is a beam of infinite power. Seeing that it's not translated, the developers seem to be Dutch like me, as oneindig means infinite. I started with a troops type Thief, which will automatically jump to the enemy backline and are very powerful. After a few rounds you can choose a Royal Decree, which will be very important and a large buff to your troops. Another thing that will pop up is a blessing. This is a prophecy that will be activated on a specific slot or slots after a certain amount of years. For this example, it will be double the damage of whatever is on the spot after 9 years. And years are actually the same as rounds. Using a card repetitively, like the Thief, an existing group can be leveled up. After a while you will also get a merchant. Important will be that you save money for this because you need those cards badly. Cards can be of other kings as well, which will be depicted by their background color. Sometimes you may also find multicolored cards which are very unique and have very special effects. You can usually find them in the merchant, and it helps if you have multiple rerolls you can do, so you can just get the best cards you need. Royal Decrees can give you free rerolls. This is a very good choice to make, but not as good as one of the best Royal Decrees out there, and that is to receive 2 cards after every battle, but no longer choose. This is so powerful because you always have 2 cards to place instead of 1 between each round, despite them being random. But know that cards of your king's color will have the best synergy with each other. The great thing about having more than 3 cards is also that you can place them all, and the battle will only start once you have 2 cards left. If you're not sure which card to pick, you can use the eye icon to make you look back at your city. You can mouse over any unit or building to see its stats. For example, the Thief already had 2 upgrades and cannot be upgraded further. Every now and then you enter expansion mode and can unlock an extra slot. But there are other ways to get new plots too. I kept 1 plot connected to 3 troops open because I was hoping for a good buff building, and I got one. The farm will be vital in giving me more units, but the beacon I had was also already buffing the attack speed of 2 of my units. If the enemy gets to your citadel, you lose 1 out of 3 lives. That means the enemy gets harder than it should. Luckily I invested in a Curator, which I just need to get level 3. This will level all other plots up instantly, and a sacrifice card will do just that. You will see which troops or building did what damage, which is important to determine what to focus on. The King of Blood, however, seems to completely counter me, as they one-shot my thieves who try to jump to the backline, while I have no problems with other enemies. The cards you get correlate with the enemy kings you have, which means if you fight the King of Spells, you can also use their cards. Knowing King of Blood counters me, I avoid wage war against them in the next round. Continuously investing all buffs in the thieves paid off as I defeated the enemy. That helped level up the King of Greed to level 2. King of Greed is actually pretty weak, as I never lost with other kings, and it has all to do with your main building. For example, King of Spells and King of Nothing have main buildings that do area damage. Having a single hit of infinite damage is fun, but it's both slow and single target. With 300 or more incoming enemies, it's simply a joke. While, for example, the King of Spells will zap the living daylight out of groups, and this will also be your primary damage. Having fun events and combining buff buildings with your best units causes this game to have good replayability. It doesn't take much time to play a match and it's not difficult to get into. Make sure to save up for the merchant, as those are vital and are all free cards you can play directly. To ensure this, you may not be able to choose your first 3 enemy kings, but you can declare war on another king and also make peace with a king later in the match. King of Greed and King of Progress can really help you boost either gold or level up plots easily. The latter can also be done by the King of Blood, but you don't want to fight the King of Blood unless you have a means to dispatch of a large group of enemy fast, aka do a lot of AoE damage. This game is still in early access, so it will definitely be improved, and I recommend this game. Because it's indie first of all, and also unique within a familiar construct. Definitely a fun game to burn some hours in. If you like this review, leave a like and subscribe to get a new First Look weekly every Saturday, or check out the existing First Looks if you are looking for a new game to play.